think I'm gonna file for a moving sale because the address it says Vegas, but I don't know where the Raider Nation will reside. That's a question I got.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. Blowing a 17-point lead again. But I saw another stat today, and I got 6 o'clock, so I'm going to kick it off. But I saw another stat today, guys, that, in the years that Derek Carr has been quarterback, the Raiders have never been higher ranked than 20th in defense. And in most years, it's been higher than that. So, I mean, lower than that. So,
Are you serious? See,
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I got 6 o'clock. Let's roll the show because we got plenty to talk about.
Yes, we do. Hit that.
Got it.
Game day, baby! Let's go!
Welcome, everyone, to NFL Nation Live. This is our Week 10 show. I am Ref Guru, along with the Hall of Famer, Violator Mabry, and the legendary Pirate, Captain Jack. It was an interesting Week 10. We're going to close the books on that, whatever that was, and get ready for Week 9, get ready for Week 10. Let's close the books on Week 9. We could close the books on Week 10, but, hey, maybe we should play some games first. Yeah. But let's close the books on Week 9, get ready for Week 10.
The Raiders have been scored on again. Oh, okay, there you go.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to play yet. What are you talking about, Ken? I didn't play yet.
You didn't play yet. We'll open up the chat here just a minute. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. But before we get to all the craziness and what a batch day it was for a lot of us, even outside of football. Woo! V, what are your quick first thoughts, my friend? Or maybe you have more than one thought this week.
My only thought, where the hell is my team? I'm taped up, got nobody to hit. Let's go with this thing.
Violators indeed taped up. I think the rest of us probably should be. I got at least a couple Band-Aids going. This is our Week 10 show. Welcome, everyone, to NFL Nation Live. We'll close the books on Week 9 before we get into all the craziness of what happened. Cap, how are you?
Actually, if I drop my trowel, I could actually say I am taped up as well because I'm on new meds, and I got like a lidocaine stuff on the top of my hamstrings plus my knee, so I really am taped up.
Yeah,
but
no kidding.
The new meds are they're not as much pain when I walk, but it's not as nice as when Violator gets taped up. And like I said, I'd have to
listen, brother. Can you email some of that to me?
Yeah, it won't work as good.
I don't care how. I just don't want to hurt. Can you email me some of that?
Dude, I will see if I can lose some the next time I see you.
But, yeah. You got
it fall out of your pocket or something.
You got me. You got me.
It fell off the.
What's up, Ed? You got me.
About it fell off the truck.
Our Week 10 show brought to you by CVS Pharmacy and Walgreens. Thanks everyone for joining us. I'm saying the same thing to these people are not playing well. We'll get to that. Anyhow, let's put the books on Week 9. Philadelphia beat Houston. Nobody cares. The Chargers went in Atlanta, beat the Falcons. It was kind of a bummer. Would have liked for Atlanta to get the win on that one. They just couldn't hold it together at the end. Carolina got their paws squished by the Bengals. Can you believe the Bengals put up 40? Well, I know it's the Panthers, but the Bengals at home put up 42 points, led by 5 touchdowns by Mixon against the Panthers, but got beat last week by Cleveland. I know that's a division game, which always hurts, but you never know what Bengals teams going to show up.
Joe Mixon look good in silver and black, and I know he's a local, Oakland area type product, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Is he from that area? Am
I
I
don't
wrong?
know.
I think he's from the Bay.
Yeah, yeah.
One of our buddies in the chat will look it up for us. But yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I think
But
he is.
I think he's from the Bay Area.
Yeah, he would have looked good with us, you know. And I know he had those problems in college, but oh well.
yeah, but you know what player have we not had that didn't have some kind of problems?
Absolutely.
I mean, hell, just there's a long list of that stuff going on. And by the way, for those that are joining us now, or even by the time we get to our usual break for the show, there will be a trivia question tonight. We didn't have one last week, right? Because we got
There's a trivia.
there is a trivia question. Something's going to be given away tonight. I'm not sure if it's somebody's or the T-shirt. But Green Bay went into Detroit. What do you say? How do you say that?
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah.
You stupid American.
Anyway.
I will say it with the accent. Detroit is so much more beautiful. Merde.
Bengals took the Panthers out for a walk. Yeah, actually, they didn't bring them back. They just kind of left them on the roadside. They took them out for a walk, all right. Yeah, I think the Packers are on the clock. You all, Detroit beat Green Bay. That was sorry
I called
to see.
that. I called
You
that.
did.
Yeah, I think you did.
You did. You
I think
did.
you did. And the one that gets me, Las Vegas went into Jacksonville, got beat by the Jaguars. This was a disappointing game on a lot of fronts, not to mention the blown 17-point lead. But I really didn't expect to get jobbed by the officials in this one. And we clearly did, probably on a number of calls. But how is that one call in the end zone not DPI? Somebody explain that to me. I don't have an answer for it. The guy, if that had been a reverse play and we'd have been on defense, there would have been 450,000 flags on that call.
Can I jump in?
Nothing.
Didn't you, ref, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you always call those subjective calls?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, except that was so
case.
blatant.
Yeah, well, it don't matter. Yeah. We saw that in Cincinnati last year. Subjective calls.
Man, that's up, guys. I mean, I didn't expect that out of Vinovich's crew. And just so you know, we get Trey Blake this week, and guess who the umpire is for this week?
Don't say it.
Our favorite, number 115. I can't do it.
Is it this guy? Is it this guy?
Yeah. No. Okay.
No.
You mean I put my finger up my nose for nothing?
No. We're pulling Houston. We're getting the old signals from Houston. You know, we got to get them all in sync. So ref, help us out with who that is, because the audience would love to know.
Tony Mahalik.
Mahalik.
Yeah, the umpire, not the referee. The umpire.
Yeah, I got Mahalik right here. There you go.
Hey,
stop up the truck. You know what I'm
Mahalik.
Hey, right here. Right here, Mahalik. Yeah. I tell you what, hey, come on over. We're gonna have the Vinny and the boys to take care of your ass. You know what I'm talking about? Hey,
give the guy a break. He went to Indiana University. Come on.
I won't hold that against him.
He couldn't even spell Indiana. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Can you spell Indiana?
He can't spell Indiana, and it's Miscigan.
Yeah, what are you, Mushugi? Hey, what are you? One of those Jew boys that down
one of those special schools. That's one of those special schools.
Special schools.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of the special school, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's a piece of work.
But I feel like we got kicked on Sunday. But anyway.
Bad. And I just didn't expect that out of Vinovich's crew. I just did not. That's just lame. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. Why didn't the Raiders go for it on 4th and 3rd at the 20 to go up 21-7 instead of selling? I don't know. Somebody answer that. It's a good question.
It's beyond me, man. Hello, Kerry. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for getting that, because I wanted to make sure that we send love to Kerry as well. But yeah, I don't understand when you have the opportunity to go up 21 instead. I mean, and it's at the 20, and you've been playing well up to that point.
Right.
You know, you go for the friggin' jugular, okay? You put the game to a point out of it, you know, but instead, no. And that is probably what the dissension is in the locker room that I will allude to
Come on.
later on.
Yeah.
No, just go ahead and get it out now, man. We're stuck on the Raiders.
No. We ain't stuck.
no.
We ain't stuck.
No, okay.
We
So
ain't
you
stuck
want-
like we want to be stuck. But anyway, go ahead.
The Raiders are so pathetic. Referees making bad calls are irrelevant. Yep, that's pretty much true, Ed.
I gotta find my straitjacket today. My meds are wearing off, but let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Man,
Were we already talking about the Raiders going into Jacksonville? Because then I can go. Were we talking about that?
Yeah, because we went through the first other 5 games pretty quickly. So we got to Las Vegas, Jacksonville pretty early because we got to go to Coach Bill next. So we're going to get all the Raiders crap out now while we still have some meds left.
Okay, this is the straight poop from a source close to the team. I cannot say who the source is because that would make it really obvious. 2 things that I heard, okay, through the source. One,
That's a cool cup
there is dissension in the locker room about the play calling. There's dissension in the locker room about the play calling.
I could have told you that.
If you could allude to that, you can say that, and off of that, you can also see that when Derek Carr was sitting at the podium saying, there are things that I can talk about, but I'm not going to talk about here. That is kind of like confirmation of that, okay? When he says that, and then when Davante Adams goes and says stuff about the head coach, and the coach says, "Oh well, it's okay, you know, Davante is able to voice his displeasure." You know what? Grow a set of balls, dude. You know, it's like there's issues in the locker room, and it's because of you. Okay. Point. Second point. Okay. Darren Waller does not have a strained hamstring. He has a torn hamstring. Yeah. Color me surprised, right? And the Raiders don't say anything about it because they don't want to put that information out there. So all those people that were saying, why didn't the Raiders trade Waller to the Packers? It's because he wouldn't have passed the physical and then the cat would have been out of the bag. That is all I wanted to say about the information tidbit from the source close to the team. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I got news for you. The cat's already out of the bag. Jacksonville won.
Yeah.
Are they're not cats? But yeah. Well, I'm not surprised that Waller isn't more injured than what was being said. I think that's wrong for them to not indicate that. But that makes sense with regards to the trades. Like you said, he wouldn't have passed the physical, but there's ways around that probably as well too. And I hope you got your answer on that, because a couple weeks ago, y'all, we had a couple people kind of tie in the trivia contest. So Ed, we sent you a mug, not Amy Trask's book. So if you still want Amy Trask's books, you can hit me up on the side. But we sent you a different item instead of the book. But anyway, McDaniels took away the deep ball, which is part of the identity of the Raiders. Let me tell you what, McDaniels isn't the only one that's taken that away. I'm trying to remember the last time we had a deep ball. I don't know, 1967.
I got a deep ball right here, but that's beside.
It's taped up. You can't use it. He won't pass the physical.
Keep the tape on it, Cap. Don't let it drop. Don't let it drop.
Just don't use duct tape. That hurts like hell when you rip it off.
No. The lidocaine tape is just fine.
Copy that. So let's go to New England, where Indianapolis got their ass handed to them by the Patriots. I know Coach Bill has a lot to say with that, and although he's probably moving on to the bye week, there might be something to say about the beating up on the Colts. But what I'd like to say, Coach, is congratulations on the win. But not only that, you're like creeping up on a wild card spot here, my friend.
Well, of course we are. We're the Patriots. This is my team, and anybody that would think otherwise is just so full of themselves. They have no clue what the hell is going on. This
don't tell the Jets then.
New England. No, hey, stop cursing at me. Stop cursing. First off, I told you to stop screwing with me when I'm on my nap. This is my nap period. Wednesdays at this time,
Right.
anytime you friggin' call me up at this time, I'm taking a nap. You're not worth my time. It's, I should charge you for being on your show because I
You
am
go
great.
broke pretty fast
Well,
doing that.
Well, okay, but then I'm gonna do what the IRS does. I'm just gonna take it out of your relatives and on and
No,
on and on. Okay,
I'll,
that's what
I'll,
I'm
I'll,
just gonna say about
I'll ship you a free Rich Gannon McFarland figure. How about that?
that. Maybe that,
They're,
that
they're
wouldn't
on
be bad.
sale this week. Huh?
That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
That would be
I
something I
know, right?
wouldn't mind having in my, to give it to the kids. Maybe I can throw it away, at Halloween or something, something
You
like
can,
that. Instead of throwing
nah,
out
you don't throw it away at Halloween. Not
no,
that
no, no,
scary.
no.
You want
Instead of
scary? I'll give you that. You
no, no,
want
no.
scary? I'll
Instead
give
of
you my.
giving out kids candy,
Oh,
I would give out, the Rich Gannon, figure for candy. It's better,
oh, okay.
better for
He's
them. It
wearing the
doesn't
Super
rot
Bowl
their
white.
teeth. It doesn't rot
That's
their
fun.
teeth.
Sounds like Bill wants to get rid of it. He don't want it in his house. That's what it sounds like to me. But
So how
anyway,
come
go
you
ahead.
guys? So how come you guys didn't pick up Abram? He had to go to the Packers.
Well, he's damaged goods. Okay, anybody
What?
that the Raiders touch, I can't deal with because they've already screwed the kid up so bad. They have no people on their team that could help them. Okay,
Mm.
so he has to go to another team to unbreak all of the bad habits that the Raider coaches have put into him. Because the Raiders do this. They did it with, Danico Autry. They did it with Shelby Harris. They've done it with all these different people that they've drafted that never made it out for anybody else. And then, of course, they go to another team and they prosper. So
Mm.
Abram is so screwed up, he has to go to another team. So once the Packers unscrew
Good
that
point.
up, then we'll
Yeah.
take him at the end of the season, because then he'll be a
Yes.
free agent. It'll
So,
be better.
Coach, I got another question for you before we have to let you go. Buffalo went into New York, got beat by the Jets. What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, it's just the way, because the NFL is rigged, right? It's just one of those things that
No,
they
No
have to
way.
have.
don't tell Vinovich that.
Hey, no Chippy. It said this as well. Okay,
Tell that to
NFL is
his
rigged.
goddamn back judge. You didn't throw the flag in the end zone for the
Did you
DPI
say
call.
GD? You said GD on the show? Shame on you.
I muted myself.
Shame. Oh, okay. Well, then, F you on that. That's all I'm going to say.
Bill, come on, coach.
I'm just saying, the hoodie is allowed to, first off, I'm just coming back, right? Or I'm getting myself ready. I have a really hot babe but I have to get away. So on the bye week, right? The
Mhm.
bye week, you know where I'm going. I'm going to go to Stewart and go to the Wild Orchid because
Oh
it comes very well, maintained of course, by Robert. Kraft is
yeah.
gonna set up everybody. It's on to the bye week. It's on to a rub and tug in Stewart. Let's
All
just
right.
let's just go there. Okay,
All right.
that's
Sounds
all I'm
good.
worried about. That's all I'm
All right.
worried
All right. For the rest, thanks, Coach. Thanks for being with us again this week. For the rest of us, Buffalo did go into New York, got beat by the Jets. I was a little surprised by that, weren't you guys? And not only that, Josh Allen comes out with a sore elbow right in
Yep.
time to be home to play Minnesota Vikings, who
Yeah.
I think are a little overrated, but they are what they are. What's going on with Buffalo right now, you guys? I mean, the Jets
Listen,
aren't that good. I mean, I know it's a division game on the road, and those always suck, just as the Cincinnati Bengals. But damn,
from watching that one, Ref and Cap, it was just like they took the Jets for granted, and that's the worst thing you can do on any game day. Jets came out with their chin strap cinched up tight. Buffalo just came out there lousy-dozzy. Oh, we got this one.
yeah, that's
And
what
like
it felt like.
you mentioned that elbow injury. That's punishment for later for Buffalo because it's more serious than they're letting on, just like Waller's deal.
Yeah.
You could see it. That was trauma to that elbow. And when he grabbed it on the sideline, I'm like, oh man, he tore something. So
Yeah.
it's deeper than they're saying. KC is licking their chops right now, which I hate to say, but
I know it.
like I say,
know
they
it.
took the Jets lightly. The Jets hit them in the mouth.
They did. They absolutely did. And they've got Minnesota this week. I think they have Cleveland next week. Then they're on the road to Detroit. So
That's why I told
yeah,
you.
okay.
You imbecile. You have to say that's why.
They're on their way to Northeast Michigan or Central Michigan, wherever that was. Yeah,
Hell, you don't understand.
I do French fries. That's the only French I do, man.
You
Minnesota went
unless
into
you put mayonnaise on your French fries, you don't eat them correctly. I felt in your general.
mayonnaise on my French fries. I think that's
Hey.
illegal in some parts of the world.
It's
but,
the way we do it in France. We do
Oh,
we
yeah.
have mayonnaise on our French fries. We do that. They do that in Germany as well, but we won't talk about
Uh-oh.
Germany because they'll come over and they'll conquer
That's right.
us again.
That's that. You got it.
Yeah, well, speaking of Germany, Seattle's going to go into Tampa Bay and play them this week, but that's for another part of our show. Minnesota went into Washington and beat the Commodores.
Yep.
That was I think it wasn't a surprise that Minnesota won.
Right?
Who?
Hey,
But-
you know what
Commodores?
I'm thinking? I'm thinking we need to hear some. What was the name of that tune? It was a Commodores tune, Wayne. It was Pure Machine Gun, right?
Machine Gun.
It was,
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
all instrumental, man. That's what
Yes.
we need to hear.
Machine Gun. Oh, yeah. Gotta make you swing your hips. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Machine
That's what
Gun.
we need. You talk about the Commodores, man. You're gonna
We
have
shot 'em down.
everybody gonna go. Never mind.
Hi, I'm Casey Kasem, and this is America's Top 40.
There you go. Good one.
Forget
good one,
NFL
good
Nation
one,
Live.
Rev.
We're all-
Good one. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Hey,
man.
but look it up. You guys want to hear a great tune that doesn't get enough airplay? It's Machine Gun by the Commodores.
Yeah. Google that one.
Google
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Google that. Google probably blow up trying to find that. Comment in the chat. Josh Allen may be out for the year. I don't know. We might be out for a little bit.
It's
Hope
it's a
not out.
serious and it's more serious.
It
than they
sounds
want to
like it.
know. Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's in the top 40 at the moment. Although I know Taylor Swift dropped her like 12-song album onto the internet overnight.
Yeah, she was like the top 10 all by herself, right?
You talking about her or the songs?
The songs.
Oh,
The
yeah,
songs,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. America's Top 40.
She's
What is
making her
the-
move.
that song is-
Hey, look,
that
where
song-
else can you get it? Right
You
here.
can't. That's the whole
Right
point.
here.
V.
Right
That is
here.
the whole point. You can't go
Right
anywhere
here.
and get this. Maybe that's probably a good thing. That song is 50 years old.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna Google it, okay? And I'm gonna bring. But do you mind if you get a YouTube strike? I'll friggin' play it, man. It's some.
No,
good
I'm
stuff.
sure you will. Oh God, let me keep going. Cool Kev, Vikings gave Snyder a purple tramp stamp.
Oh,
No,
ooh,
no, Kev,
ooh, Kev.
you awesome, buddy. You absolutely are. But they didn't give it to him. They just updated it. They just put 2022 under there. They scratched out 2021, put 2022.
Straight from the ref.
Yeah. Hey, man, I could blow it better than some of those guys out there. Jeez. For a lot less money, I could go out there and not call DPI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Los Angeles went to Tampa Bay, got beat by the faux Pirates. I don't know what's going on with Los Angeles, but I mean, it's a 16-13 game. So, no, there wasn't any offense, hardly any defense. I think the Rams aren't on the clock yet, y'all, but they are 30th in scoring. Stafford might be
Wow.
out this week. I think if they take another dump, we might have to put them on the clock. I think Green Bay goes on the clock this week, and maybe the Rams next week.
I got you with
I don't
Green
know.
Bay. The deal with the Rams, like I said last week's show, Stafford has an injury also.
Yeah,
Plus,
and
they
it's not
have
getting
no,
any better.
they have no running game. That's what's killing the Rams. They're
Yeah.
one-dimensional.
That's right. And on top of that, they let the guy get open for the touchdown at the end of the game.
Wow.
The Rams are in trouble. I don't know. Tennessee went into Kansas City, got beat by the Chefs. That was a closer one than you thought, Will. I really thought this would be more like 27-17, but it took a while for the Chiefs to show up, and actually then it took overtime to beat the Titans. And so, Tennessee's not that good. Kansas City playing down, Tennessee playing up there without Ryan Tannehill. I know they got Derrick Henry, but, Tennessee's going to get tested this week, even though they're at home against Denver. So what's going on there? I know the Chiefs got away with the win. That's all that matters, but it took overtime to do it. What happened here? Chiefs not playing up to the competition, or the Titans not that good? Or both?
No, I don't think so. I think that the Titans have almost always had the Chiefs number. You can go back actually even when Mariota was playing them, they beat them in Tennessee. They beat them in Kansas City once or twice. It's just they match up well against them. They have a defense that can keep Mahomes contained, and they had that game up until you can blame me for Chiefs winning because I just got back from
Thanks for that.
Jacksonville. I just got back from Jacksonville just in time to sit down and watch the tying touchdown and the 2-point conversion. It was blame me because if I hadn't walked in the door, Tennessee would have won. And by the way, I got machine gun queued up as soon as we want to go with it.
Next time, lock your damn door.
My take on that one, Ref, is that listen, KC is full of themselves right now. Nobody else will say it. Damn it, I'm gonna say it. They're full of themselves. The Titans, yes, they have their number over the years, but the Titans are one-dimensional right now. Mm-hmm. They don't have, they've got Tannehill. He's whatever's going on with him.
Yeah, right.
But they cannot score enough points, and that is the only reason KC beat them because physically they dominate them.
No, you're absolutely right, V, and that's a really good point because who's number one in the NFL in scoring? Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs were Kansas City maintained their number one position in scoring even after having already been on a bye week. So that tells you a lot about how much Kansas City is scoring. That said, Tennessee is 27th out of 33 in scoring because we all know that there's a few refs out there that couldn't score if they wanted to. But anyway, Baltimore went in New Orleans, beat the Saints. I don't think anybody cares except maybe Cleveland. Denver, Dallas, New York Giants, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, and Cleveland were on a bye. I still can't believe it wasn't a DPI call, but it was what it was. Kansas City has every reason to be full of themselves. Yeah, they're full of a few other things too. I'm hoping they're full of chicken wings by the. I don't know though. With the Josh Allen thing, might be pretty serious. That's going to upset the whole AFC.
Definitely. Uh-oh. You hear something?
Debuting at number 2 on
I remember that. Oldies. I remember that. Go ahead, Cap. Look. He's got some wiggle to him still, baby.
Well, don't like tear your ACL or something.
Oh man. Salute, brother. Salute. That took me way back too, man. Platforms.
I don't want to get any more of your show on a YouTube strike. So that's it. But
yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. But hey, if somebody's paying that much attention to it, so be it. We are going to take a quick break though. But before we take our break, and this week our break is of course salute to veterans.
That's it.
Veterans Day it's Salute to Service Month. Veterans Day is of course on the 11th. The trivia question for tonight: Tannehill beats Carr every single time they play. Carr has yet to beat all. Let's see. Yeah. Brady Allen missed those 9 years, still has to beat. Yeah. Well, I agree with him on. I agree with all those points. Yeah. He clearly isn't in the class of Brady, Rodgers, and Manning, who have beaten everybody at least once, maybe twice, in their home and away uniforms. Blah blah blah. But. All right, tonight's trivia question. You ready? Drum roll. Get ready to get your Google stuff out there. First one back with the answer. We'll try to keep track. Of course, we're always fair if there's a tie. In our salute to service, which branch
percussionist
of the service branches was the first one organized in the United States of America? We'll be back after the break.
Yep.
Welcome back, everyone, to NFL Nation Live. This is our Week 10 show. We've closed the books on Week 9. We're going to get you ready for Week 10. Thank you for standing tall during our Salute to Service break there. For anyone who has served, thank you for your service. And so we have I'm going to call it a tie, y'all. Army was indeed the first branch of the service organized in the United States of America. Ed and I can't read the other one. Can somebody help me out there?
D-Man is 42.
D-Man, okay, yeah. So I think, Ed, we have your information. We will send your gift to you. Ed, you actually have a choice. You have a choice of a T-shirt or Amy Trask's book. So you tell us which one you want. The other one, you need to send us your shipping information. And Ed, the only reason why I'm giving you a choice is because I thought maybe you already had a T-shirt. But if you can have a
I think he
T-shirt,
does. I think Ed's
Yeah,
got
you can
it.
have another one.
Yeah. Yeah, Ed has a I think Ed was actually the first person with a
He
T-shirt.
was, yeah.
He probably was. Ed's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
So our other guest there, I still can't get
D-Menace,
started, guys.
yeah.
Yeah,
D-Menace
4200.
4200. Yeah.
Send us your name, address, or basically your shipping information and T-shirt size preference to NFLNationLive@gmail.com. We will send your T-shirt out to you. And Ed, you can let us know if you want to book or you want a T-shirt. So yeah,
There might be some other goodies thrown in there.
Yeah, and I appreciate the fact that they said Ed beat you, but it was pretty close. The internet can be slow enough that I think we gotta count that one.
No, Ed wants
Ed,
another
Ed
T-shirt.
says,
T-shirt.
give me another
Come on,
T-shirt.
a
2X.
T-shirt. Come on,
2X.
yeah, a
T-shirt.
We got him. Yeah.
Okay. All right, V. If you don't have his information, let me know.
I got it. I got you, Ed. I got you, brother.
All right. And then when I get the other one, I'll send it over to you.
You got it.
Make sure you get us the information so that we can get you your items. Yeah, T-shirts are kind of cool, and V took care of all that for us this year, and so grateful for that because that was a nice contribution to all things NFL Nation Live.
We just try to reward our listeners with something that showing our appreciation for them coming on.
Indeed, we do. All right, everybody, we're going to get ready for Week 10 tomorrow night. Atlanta going to go into Carolina and beat the Panthers. We think so.
I got Atlanta in this one. It's going to be a close one, but I think Atlanta has a running game along with Mariota. Their defense is playing pretty good. I think they snuff out Carolina because Carolina benched their quarterback last week. So that shows trouble in the water right there to me. I got Atlanta in this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think the Panthers are in trouble. Might want to put an R in that, Ed, but thanks for the compliment on the T-shirts. But no, I'm just messing with you. I mean, we're off the rails already. Version of NFL NationLive. A good comment there. I hope the Raiders lose the rest of the games and finally get a star quarterback. I think we can get that without losing all the rest of our games.
We definitely can.
But here's the thing, though, and I keep telling people this. Even if the Raiders have a top 5 pick, they got to pick the right quarterback.
Right.
That's what is scary as hell.
Can I purchase the
T-shirt? Can I purchase a T-shirt? Wow, Jay.
Well, the short answer is yes. We don't really have our store up yet, and that's my fault. I was starting to set up an eBay store, and where we're going to put some really cool stuff to buy, and I do promise that day will come. But Jay, if we already have your information, we can send you a T-shirt. Just let us know what size. You need to put the information.
Or I can send him my PayPal, and he can just do it that way.
By the way,
let's do that.
If you want to see a great picture of Jay, she was the young lady that was obstructing this ugly guy on the screen this week on the game, the corona coming up on top of it. So that was Jay next to me, and they obviously got the better looking person on camera for the most part. Yes, of course.
I need an ice pack.
Nice, Jay. Nice.
yeah. Okay,
that's it.
So Jay, send V your information. You can send it to me. If we don't have it, we'll figure something out for you.
D-Menace, he says, what's the email? Yeah, give me NFL at NFL Nation Live.
Yeah. Can I purchase a T-shirt? Okay, so Jay, I'll have you work it out with V. If he has a way to PayPal him, that's fine. They're not expensive, so I'll let him figure that out with you. But thanks for asking if you can purchase a T-shirt. The answer is yes. Actually, you can purchase many of our items on NFL Nation Live. We can get coffee mugs. We have these really cool other mugs that we're giving out as part of our thing this year. So yeah, but we will have a store. Actually, these mugs, not the coffee mugs are a different thing, but these mugs, the Steel Creations ones, you can go to steelcreations.com And you can see them in our credits. We'll roll the credits tonight. SteelCreations.com. You can order these directly from Steel Creations, or you can email me at NFLNationLive, and I'll hook you up with the gal that does these. These things are super. You can also purchase a book by the Hall of Famer, The Walk, an autographed copy, probably no less. And that is a super cool book. You're not a football fan if you haven't read that book. There's some hilarious stuff in there, V. There's some really seriously cool stuff in there. But it's from the heart. It's his journey to how he
Cash App,
got to be and what he is, and it is super
Who's
cool.
scarier looking? Who's scarier looking? Probably me at this point.
I'm neutral. I'm Switzerland on that. I don't have a call.
I mean, V is such a good looking dude, man. That's why I said it.
Well, that's why I gotta put war paint on so they take me serious.
Yeah, you know. On a non-serious note, I won the mug already. Okay, yeah, Jace got a mug already. On another thought in there, you know, there is some question to whether or not the Raiders even can evaluate talent well enough to pick a quarterback. Y'all.
Wow.
Well, that was in the old organization. So here's the $1 million question, and it really is $1 million question. If McDaniel and Ziegler are part of the team next year, because they're going to get rid of either Derek Carr or McDaniel / Ziegler. One of those are going to go. So if Carr is gone and McDaniels and Ziegler are a portion of the team next year, it's going to be up to McDaniel working with Ziegler on picking the right quarterback. And here's the thing. You got to have a quarterback that's going to be able to work McDaniels' system, because the only quarterback that's been able to work that system effectively was some dude who I won't mention because it's a curse word on every channel that I do.
Mm-hmm.
What if Rodgers became available for a year or two out of Green Bay?
Well, I asked about that. I said he would have to make himself available, because he is not at the end of his contract. He who shall not be named is available as a free agent, which scares the living bejesus out of him.
Right. It does, man. I look at it this way.
Maybe we should go back to America's Top 40.
I can cue it up again. And Keith, I had a great time with Keith. Thanks for that. I had a great time with you as well. I can put Machine Gun back on. Hang us. Oh, I got rid of it already. Damn it! I'll bring it back.
GA Patriot, am I late? Nope.
No, you're not late. You're right on time,
late.
bro.
How is the scout team in this regime? Will we see in April? I don't know. I don't know if anybody's got any real faith in that. I mean, because you and I talked post show last week that these Raiders that are in Las Vegas are not the Raiders that we grew up watching. And we don't think they're ever going to be that.
No.
So this whole conversation about them getting back to whatever that was, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think if we're going to be Raiders fans and embrace the Raiders, we're just going to have to bite it from whatever it is right now and move forward and just accept for what it is. The problem is that we've had almost 2 generations now. Since 83, since January of 84,
2 generations,
2004, yeah, almost 40 years of folks not knowing what it's like to win a Super Bowl as a Raider fan. And so that's a problem. Pass on Rodgers and Brady next year, and the Raiders aren't paying him $50 million a year. I don't disagree with that, Ed, at all. But teams have made desperate moves in the past, and I don't think that the Raiders are going to let money get in the way of anything that they want to do. Just look at the Gruden contract that was for $100 million. If they want to find quarters under the sofa, they have plenty of sofas to go find quarters for. But that doesn't mean they wouldn't do it. Would you guys mind starting over? I tell you, I actually what you can do is these shows are recorded. They're on YouTube. They're on our channel. You're welcome to go back and pick us back up anytime during the regular season. This team was looking like the Randy Moss Sapp team. I think they're actually worse than that. Yeah,
we were worse than that.
History since 2017. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Yeah, I know. But again, I want to reiterate the stat that I think we said just before we went on the air, y'all, and that is that I suppose you can believe Twitter these days, but Twitter says, I forget who put it out there. I think it was somebody credible. In Derek Carr's tenure with the Raiders, their defense has never ranked higher than 20th. Yeah. So they've been somewhere between 20 and 32, if you will, in the years that he's been there. And I think that as much as we harsh on Derek Carr, there's a lot to be said about how unsuccessful you can be in any organization when your defense can't stop anybody, right?
Did you already put out the stat that the Raiders defense is 16 for 16 in red zone as far as when the opposing team is in the red zone, they've scored a touchdown every time.
Every time. Yeah,
every time. 16 for 16 or 0 for 0 if you want to go for that way as well.
Right, and that ends this week against Indianapolis. They can't lose. They couldn't even give away the game against the Colts. I mean, the refs can't even.
I don't know.
All right, I'm just saying.
We'll get to that.
Seattle going to go into. Sea Chicken's going to go into Germany and play Tampa Bay. I mean, that's an interconference game on the road, in a big kind of road, which matters for these two teams. Seattle could take the loss if they had to. Kind of like Tampa Bay. Just, I don't know why they just take 4 less hours of travel. I don't know. But that's going to be a hard one for the Sea Chickens.
I think it would hurt Tampa Bay more to eat the loss. I think it would hurt Tampa Bay more.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. Yeah, but that was my point, was that Seattle could take the loss if they had to, with the way the rest of the NFC West is playing. But I agree with you that the loss for Tampa Bay would hurt, unless Atlanta also loses tomorrow night against Carolina. Then it's just who's going to lose out and win the division. I mean, we might have what are the standings in the 4-5, 4-5, 3-6, 2-7. You could actually have some team make the playoffs there again at like 7-10 or something, right?
Absolutely.
Could be ugly.
In that division. We wouldn't be that lucky.
Did you guys know that Miami and the Ravens and another good team have allowed more points on defense than the Raiders this year?
Wow.
And they're winning.
That's a hell of a stat. That's a
damn. I like that one.
That's sorry.
That's bad.
Right, but let's take a look at another stat here. If I can get my sheet to come up.
That's a good one there. How do you say that? G-Ware-B?
Oh, that's Guareb. Otherwise,
Guareb? Okay.
Yeah, see, I have him. He's like Raider Moriarty because he's always with the negative waves, man.
Right,
always with the negative.
Oh, that's
I like Guareb
right
because Guareb is
call it like it is.
When he's on my channel, he is spot on with his analysis, and I thank him for that, Guareb. That's why I do call him Raider Moriarty with the negative waves, like I call Jimmy Raider Eeyore because he's got negativity as well. I name these people, and I love Guareb for that. But yeah, he's got the stats to back it up. He's got the information as well.
That stat, fellas, even works even more when you look at this. Miami at 6-3 is a -12, right? So in other words, they've given up more points than they've scored by -12, which isn't a lot. Baltimore is a +40, all right? Okay. And the Raiders are a -18. So if Miami's a -12 and we're a -18 and the Ravens +40, I realize the +40 is a swing. But between Raiders and Dolphins, that stat even comes at you even a little bit harder. Because you look at Kansas City's a +54, all right, and the Bills are a +102. So when you look at scoring and how many points you're giving up, that's really interesting. Have allowed more points on defense than the Raiders, and they're winning. But that said, Miami has scored 209 points, the Raiders 232, and the Ravens 232, and the Raiders at 183.
Wow.
So that puts Miami at 9th in scoring. Baltimore's 3rd in scoring. And the Raiders are 20th in scoring.
And we used to be top 10.
Yep.
We used to be top 10 until we just laid an egg against the Saints, and then we were pitiful against the Jags.
Yeah.
The
only 20 points.
We're dropping precipitously.
Yeah, only 20 points in 2 weeks. Yeah. So that's really interesting, and that's why we track points scored, points allowed, all that kind of stuff here, but mostly points scored. But points scored is one half of it, right? You got to be pushing 200 points if you want to make the playoffs, so to speak. But you can't be giving up more points than you're scoring. And when you play in the AFC South, Tennessee might win the division. More than likely, probably will win the division. But they're 27th in scoring, so that's pretty much a one and done in the playoffs when you get to that point.
Yeah.
Minnesota going to go into Buffalo and beat the Bills this week without Josh Allen. You guys think Purple's going to win?
Yeah, I think so, especially if Josh Allen doesn't play. And they're saying that he's going to be out against the Vikings.
Yeah,
and
at least
I was going to say, who is the backup quarterback in Buffalo?
I'm just going to go with Josh McCown because he's everybody's backup, isn't he? Or who's it? Doodad from Dallas, Cooper Rush. I don't know who it is.
I have no idea.
That's the question. I don't know who it is. Somebody in the panel will probably be able to tell us.
Huh.
But because that's what they're here for. I put a question out, and I usually get an answer within 2 minutes. And
gotcha.
Yeah, but Buffalo doesn't have a backup. Yeah, well, I know they got somebody. Okay,
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I'm taking Minnesota in this one, man. With that injury, he may tape it up and try to be brave, but that injury is more severe than they're letting on.
Yeah, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt more as the week goes on.
Yes, and downfield passing, forget about it.
Yeah, Diggs would be like, "Hey, can you just try to get it down there?"
Case Keenum. Thanks, Ed.
Okay. Well, he won't hurt you.
Wow.
He won't hurt you. Right? He was with the Vikings.
He ain't gonna help a lot though. Although he's counting all that money that he got all those years when he was traded and he got a big bunch of money as a backup for many years as well. Kind of like the guy that was the Rams quarterback that they made. I can't remember his name. The guy was like a $50 million, $75 million quarterback and was like for crap. You know, what's his name? You guys know who the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, we do. It was number 3 on the charts in 67. What were you talking about?
I don't know. You know, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna put on
wow.
Detroit's going to go into Chicago and play the Lions. This division game for Detroit. I kind of like the Lions on the road. Since I can't say Detroit anymore, I'm just going to say the Lions.
Detroit, you imbecile. You imbecile. I tell you every week how to say Detroit, and you are so stupid. You're an American.
I'm fully qualified to wear this shirt. I'm fully qualified.
Pierre Jack has spoken. Pierre Jack. I've got Chicago in this one.
Jean-Pierre for you. Jean-Pierre Jack.
Jean-Pierre Jack. Jock.
Yeah,
I got
all you have to do is watch
the guy up here is not as stupid as the guy in the left corner.
Where's your mute button?
I don't have a mute button. I'm French.
All you have to
But I love this guy,
watch
man.
the At Home with Ref Guru videos on our channel. That'll teach you anything you know.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jacksonville going to go into Kansas City and get beat by the Chefs. Cleveland going to go into Miami and beat the Dolphins. That's my upset of the week. What do you guys think? I mean, the Dolphins are firing on all cylinders, but I don't know. I think it's a trap game for Miami, even at home.
Yeah. I think Cleveland makes this a short game with their run game. Not that their quarterback's going to blow anybody out the water, but I got Cleveland in an upset in Miami.
I would say
Miller, quarterback.
If Miami was playing them in August or September, Miami would have this because of the heat. But now it's getting to be, decent weather. Although even with the hurricane, there might be some damage to this. Because I ain't going to work tomorrow because of the hurricane. It's on the other side of the state.
Wow.
There's a hurricane?
Yeah, it's a new one.
you have.
That's it.
Yeah, you're
Miami.
stupid. You're not keeping up with current events.
Hey, I
What's-
know who Miami Sound Machine is. Oh, you're talking about the other hurricanes. Yeah, okay. All right. Houston going to go into New York, and they're not going to upset the Giants. I don't think that's an upset this week. Giants coming off a bye week. Houston's in trouble. We already put them on the clock. New Orleans is going to go into Pittsburgh, get beat by the Steelers, though.
I don't know.
I got the Saints in this one, ref.
What?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
take
You guys forget.
Yes.
You guys
no,
forget
we
Andy
didn't forget.
Dalton is quarterback.
We
The
didn't
Steelers
forget,
know Andy
but
Dalton. Pretty good.
all right,
gotta stay
okay.
us.
Kamara isn't on the injury list, and they still
Yeah.
got that D. So
I
and
know.
I tell you what, I said every time Taysom Hill had. By the way, here's a clue. If Taysom Hill is that quarterback, it's a running play.
yeah, yes, definitely.
And they're
Definitely.
gonna
Really?
win. Yeah.
He don't throw very well.
And if you actually watch the Steeler quarterback, the rookie,
Oh, he's in over his head right now.
not only that, his footwork will tell you what play's coming.
Well, that's
Watch
what I'm
his
saying.
footwork.
It's just he's got some growing to do, and they're going to exploit that. He can't decipher all that stuff that quick. And
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
They
Denver
win
going to go into
some
Tennessee. I think they're going to beat the Titans. That's my other upset for this week.
Yeah.
Because we're going to beat the Colts, and we're just not going to get any help. We're just not going to get any help. The Chargers are going to go in San Francisco and get beat by 49ers. So that'll help. We're going to beat the Colts, but I think Kansas City and Denver are going to win. So by the time week 11 rolls around, we're going to be even.
That's wishful thinking, ref. I got Tennessee at home in this one. Denver is going to be sore from Derrick Henry. They're going to run him and tape him up. Once his hamstring tightened up, they're going to run him some more. They're going to demolish Denver.
He's going to have to run for 150, 200 yards to win that game.
He can do it.
He
can do it.
Okay.
I got the thumbtacks, the flaming thumbtacks in this one as well.
Okay. That's a good way to call it. Tennessee giving the Donkeys a whiskey avalanche.
Avalanche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Denver versus Tennessee score will be 2-0. Yeah, probably. probably. Or -2.
Hey, they would take whoever had that 2 will take that victory. Trust me.
Yep. Carr never beat Andy Dalton. No, not surprised that. Andy Dalton's mom probably didn't beat Andy Dalton. Where are we? IS. Indianapolis. Going to go into Las Vegas and get their ass handed to them by the Raiders. We're going to get that one. So not worried about the Colts.
Well,
the Colts are bad. I mean, they're batshit ugly bad. There's no way we can be that bad. I mean, we should beat them by just showing up by accident.
I'm gonna throw this out there for all
I
of
think
these
27
cats on
to 10
here.
Raiders.
It may be,
10 Raiders.
but I don't think. Listen, I'm wondering whether these coaches have lost that locker room or they're just pulling a coup because they want one of those guys the hell out of there. We watched them just throw 17-point lead away, man. That was just like they decided they weren't going to do nothing to make a point. I don't see the coach winning at all, but it could be a closer game than we even think.
Well, by Saturday, we should know.
Yeah, right.
Well, as I stated on the Wild Wild West show, if Saturday beats us on Sunday, wait a second. If Saturday beats us on Sunday, McDaniel should be gone on Monday, and we'd all be happy on Tuesday.
Booyah! That's been passing around today too. But
That's
anyway,
deep, man.
But anyway, I'm just saying
that's
out there. That's real, Cap.
We should just end the show right now on that.
No, we can drop. Yeah, we can drop the mic, but that's out there. That's out there. Straight up.
Wow.
Straight up. No more excuses.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to be around anything if we get beat by the Colts.
That's where we're at, but we put ourselves in that position.
Yeah, last month Jeff Saturday was coaching high school football. If you can call it that. Yeah, Jay, I'm not holding my breath. Well, I don't blame you on that front.
Well, here's the other things you got to think about. The defensive coordinator was our defensive coordinator last year who knows about the offense, even though it's a different offense, which, by the way, Derek Carr is not allowed to audible out of, which just friggin' infuriates me.
Right.
Infuriates me. Yeah. Okay. And that was the other thing that wasn't said. It's like when they asked him, can Derek Carr change the plays? And McDaniel said, no. I'm like, are you kidding me? Even Gruden allowed him to change the plays sometimes, right? But Gus Bradley, he doesn't need to adjust, dude. He has it already down on what the players, what their capabilities are, especially if they are constrained. If they're constrained, it's easy. It's easy. He has the book. Okay.
But do they have the players to execute against that book?
Well, their defense has not been playing bad. Their defense is playing within their scheme, which has not been playing bad. The Colts' defense is what's been keeping them in game. It's the offense that is suspect, and they fired their OC, and I'm pretty sure it was Reich that fired the OC as a diversion, like here I'm going to give you your sacrificial lamb. So Reich, in my estimation, fires the OC, and Irsay says, your ass is fired. Okay. So he totally destroyed what's going on. And they got the guy who's the assistant quarterbacks coach calling plays, but they have decent personnel. And if Taylor, I'm saying this,
that's still questionable. Yeah.
If Taylor plays, the Colts will win.
I agree with you on that front. And I was basing what I was saying on the fact that he wasn't going to play.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
If he does play, I think we're in deep.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that front. Yeah, that's going to be a problem if he plays. Even if he's at 50%, that might be enough. I just don't know if Ellinger is going to be able to handle everything. Not that our defense can throw a lot at you, but I think
that part.
But does Yasin have anything on the Colts that can help us out?
Maybe the best places to eat like that in Indy, like you have on it, but it's not in Indy, it's in Vegas.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope we're not talking about another Raiders loss next week. Man. Okay, Dallas going to go into Green Bay and take care of business and beat the Packers, right?
Yeah. I got Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah. Arizona going to go into LA and beat the Rams, I think. Matt Stafford's dinged up. Like you said, V, they don't have a running game. I think the Cardinals are angry.
The Cardinals are angry and they're balanced, pretty much balanced compared to the Rams. I see the Cardinals still in a victory there. It may be close as hell because they will get some striped help, but I see Arizona pulling it out.
Yeah, Carr should be calling audible names for Gruden's wife again. Again?
Ooh.
Quarterback has to be able to call different plays. Yep, I agree. Carr should be. Okay. Let's see. Who's the other one? Okay. Arizona wins, Cool Kev says. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Got it in writing. I agree. I think the Cardinals are just angry. The Chargers going to go into San Francisco. I'm not sure they're going to have enough to beat the 49ers. What do you guys think?
I got Niners at home. Like I say, they got that new shiny toy.
Coming off the bye.
Chargers are still kind of, banged up on the defensive side.
No, they are very, very banged up. I'm
just saying, kind of banged up, but I'm saying the Niners feast and shut the lights out.
Yeah, they look like a bunch of dates the day after prom banged up. Yeah. Washington going to go into Philadelphia and take on the Eagles. Is this a trap game for Philadelphia?
Ain't no traps, man. Not for Philly. Mm-mm.
It's a trap.
There ain't no traps.
I don't know.
I got Philly at home, man.
There were a couple games this week, you guys.
Every
just
time
kind of.
I got to do Admiral Akbar, man. You know that.
Yeah. I got
Yeah. No, we got that.
Philly's on a roll, man. I don't see them loosening the chin straps at all. These guys are on a mission. Watch out for them in late January and February. These guys will still be a force.
Wow. Packers get this win because the NFL, and it's rigged. Anyone knows that. Why do you think the Raiders are always bad? Because the NFL makes them bad. Well, the NFL, I don't know if the NFL makes them bad. The Raiders themselves, and then they just let the refs finish it. Packers get the win because the NFL's. I'll tell you what, if the Packers do beat the Cowboys at home, I will totally agree with you, and I'm almost ready to agree with you now. I just don't think the Packers have enough. I know they're playing at home. They just don't have enough. Washington eating a Philly cheesesteak with Cheese Whiz.
Dude, that's horrible.
Oh, God, Kev.
Provolone.
With Cheese Whiz.
Provolone. Cheese Whiz is nasty, man.
Oh,
Provolone.
God.
Provolone.
Can you even call that cheese?
Oh, that's
No.
horrible.
It's just the whiz part.
It's the whiz. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And you gotta have an Amorosa roll. That's what makes a Philly cheesesteak is the Amorosa rolls. People don't know that. You get the Amorosa rolls, you get the Philly steak, you get provolone. I won't even say the F word for the cheese whiz. Provolone.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And I'm not an onion guy, but I like peppers and mushrooms, and I like it with pepperoni and marinara sauce. You kind of like a pizza Philly.
Folded, yeah.
The greatest, man.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's Pat's or Gino's, but whichever one has the cheese whiz, go across the street to the other guy.
Right, because they're right across. Yeah.
They're right across the street.
Right
from
across
each
the
other.
street from
Pat's
each other.
and Gino's.
Yeah.
Whichever one has the cheese whiz, say screw that and go across the street.
Right.
Well, we've gone from football to America's Top 40 to Iron Chef.
Where else are you going to get it? Look,
This
is where football people come to get their stuff.
We're tailgating without the tail part.
That's it. Without the tail.
Yeah.
I tailgate too, and that's why I look at all the tail I'm at well, never mind.
See.
Baltimore, Cincinnati, New England, and the New York Jets have a bye. So we'll look forward to hearing from Coach B next week as he gets ready to take on. Who are you playing next week, Coach? You're playing. You got to be moving on to somebody.
I'm moving on.
You're going to play the Jets at home.
Yeah, the team that I was like coach for about 15 minutes at most.
15 minutes, yeah. Pat's and Gino's is a tourist trap.
Tourist trap.
And actually, Cool Kev is right. Cool Kev is right. The best Philly cheesesteaks. You go to the Mom Pop store down in South Philly. You stay away from Pat's and Gino's, and there's going to be the lines down the street.
Wow.
You go to somebody like Bucacelli's or something like that. You go to some Italian looking thing. Hey, it's off the truck. You know what I'm talking about? But you go to one of those places.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. I'm typing a little note here because it's important.
Yes.
And Jay, good seeing you.
Good night.
It's always good seeing you, honey.
Copy that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're grateful for all of our dedicated chat fans for sure. All right. That's just about going to wrap it up. Before we go, let's round table it out. Cap, what's on your mind?
I actually got the weekend off. I mean, I actually told people I was on a bye this week because I'm so used to going to the games. I'm on a bye. The team isn't, but I will actually be. Maybe I'll clean my room, or maybe I'll get some. I'll have some time to take down. And I'm, my heart, it goes out to my Philadelphia Phillies and losing in the World Series to the Houston Astros.
To the cheaters,
the cheaters again. I'll have to take Larry Boa and Mike Schmidt off the wall and put back, the Raiders, so it'll be totally Raidered out. But again, hey, they made it, and so I will do things this weekend, and I will actually rest, which is something else I haven't done in a while. So I'll get some rest, and then I'll be ready to go to Denver in 2 weeks. And I heard that Denver's already snowing. I don't like snow, but I've already made commitments to go to Denver. So you will see me in my captain's garb, but I will wear my winter coat. So I will be out there in full garb. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, and prayers out to the family of Ray Guy who passed.
Yeah, definitely. Got to mention Ray.
Man, number 8.
Definitely condolences, man. Hey, the best part I ever saw play the game so far.
Yep, no doubt about it. Leckler was pretty damn good.
Yeah, but he wasn't Ray Guy.
No. Question there: when Davis demotes McDaniels to offensive coordinator, who takes over as head coach? Well, McDaniels is never going to take the number 2 spot.
Well,
unless the head coach is beat.
They got to get rid now. If McDaniels is the one that's calling the plays, and this is the $1 million question: is McDaniel calling the plays because the plays are sucking? If Lombardi's calling the plays, then just can his ass now. Okay.
Yeah.
But the point is that if McDaniels is calling the plays, we're screwed. We're screwed.
I don't see nothing changing. I don't see nothing changing.
I just wish I'd won the damn lottery. I would have bought the team already.
It's just another layer of the stuff that we as a fan base has to deal with under the cloak of it's all business. And that's where they hide everything under. Oh, it's the business. Well, the fans are the ones taking it in the shorts.
That's right. Interesting comment there. Ray Guy was my favorite Raider of all time. I was a punter in school. That's pretty awesome.
There you go. Right on, Paige.
I will be at the Raiders game this weekend with my son. I hope you have a great time. He is flying in from Fort Bragg. That's awesome. We will be in the black hole. That's terrific. We'll thank him for his service for us on behalf of NFL Nation Live.
Got it. Absolutely.
Until Mark Davis is no longer the owner of the Raiders, which will probably never happen. The NFL is embarrassed of Mark Davis. They will never let him hold up the trophy. That's a promise. We'll see. Probably.
Ooh, that's another deep one.
It is. All right, V, what's on your mind as we head into week 10?
Well,
we're turning the corner here.
I hope to see whoever I see in Vegas, and hopefully we can come out with a victory. I'm going with just an open, even kill. Won't be too excited, so don't think I'm sick. I'm just keeping a realistic look at where we're at.
Yeah, come pretty much have to now. Yeah,
we've been look. When you get our age, wisdom has to kick in. Now, some guy sent me a message earlier today about respect or perspective, and that's what you develop over the years. We've watched this team for decades, and you can see they have the talent, but they're not putting forth the effort. So to me, that is a mutiny of sorts.
Pretty much.
So we'll see what shenanigans we see on Sunday. But I hope to see everybody there. Travel safe. Cap, we'll hook up.
Next time out will be the Chargers game in December. V, I will see you then. Can't wait, brother. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do something before I see you on Sunday. You know, I know.
Because when I'm clocked in, you know how it is.
We'll hopefully get something together.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us for this week's show. Of course, we'll be back next week with our week 11 show. We're turning the corner. Time to get the dust off those turducken recipes because Thanksgiving's not that far away.
Don't wake me up next week. I'm on my break. Okay.
Yeah, copy that, Coach.
I'm going to the Wild Orchid. I told you I'm just going to lose all my protein on one of those Asian girls. That's all I'm going to say.
Are you whizzing? You gonna take some whiz with you?
You got to get your vitamins somewhere.
That's right. I'm losing that protein on Kimiko or whoever the Japanese chick or the Korean chick or the Philippine is down there. It's gonna be Bill all over her face. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks for joining us for our salute to service. Wasn't exactly what we had in mind, but we've gone from all over the place. Take care, everybody, and we will see you next week.
Yarg! Peace.